On today's show, we'll be discussing uh, what makes a team good and what makes a team bad. What are your overall experiences with working and being a part of a team, and what were those teams?
Overall, I've had pretty good experiences with working with teams, whether that be like sports, group projects.
Yeah, I've had really good experiences with teams too, and the one that sticks out to me was my tennis team in high school.
Yeah, I think the team of hosts that I'd work with every night when I was hostess at a restaurant is the team that sticks out to me the most.
What was the some of everyone has just different personalities, but what were the personality traits that you guys noticed on your team, and how do you think they affected your overall experience?
Our lead host, who was considered the leader because of how long she had worked there, was very narcissistic and neurotic. It was helpful in the sense of like having confidence to take on the challenges that we'd face, but it made it really unpleasant for the rest of my team members.
Yeah, ours is kind of different. Our coach, he inhibited a lot of extroversion, which I think was super important for a sports team. There was such a positive attitude when we would go to practice or matches, a lot of energy. And I felt like a huge thing on our team was the internal locus of control, meaning that we all took responsibility for what we were doing.
So how did your team communicate with one another?
I feel like if we weren't lead host, we weren't able to or like have a right to make decisions or give input. So it was
Yeah,
pretty indirect.
gotcha.
Yeah, ours was very direct. I felt like people were very upfront and honest as people just said their opinion and we all respected it.
Who was the leader of your team, and what made them a good leader?
We had a head coach, an assistant coach, and then two team captains. And I feel like what made them a good leader was that they were a leader and it wasn't them trying to control necessarily. And I would say he was a transformational leader because he really wanted everyone to grow and would show us what we needed to do and execute and help us execute that.
Yeah, the lead host was our like informal leader, but she was still our leader. She was more of a task-oriented leader. Her only concern was that we like performed well. She didn't care about her relationships with us or how she treated us. So she was successful by adding like structure and demanding performance.
So what was the culture of your team like? Did you guys have any norms? What was normal behavior, and how did you solve certain role conflicts in the culture?
We didn't have norms like what we were expected to wear. There was more like how we were expected to act. So for our team to succeed, we needed to be cohesive. And I think whenever we weren't at our best, it was because we were lacking in cohesiveness.
Overall, our big thing was positive synergy. Our group goals were really cohesive, and I felt like they were also cohesive with our school's mission and values, which was really helpful because that was something already familiar with us. So respect was a huge thing already. Honesty was a huge thing.
That sounds awesome. So yeah, leading on. So what motivated your team, and what worked well and what didn't work too well?
Honestly, what motivated my team was just the fear of failing and being yelled at or put down. And the leadership was determined mostly by the amount of time we had been there. So there was no way for me as like a newbie to rise above and become lead host to lead better than she did. So I didn't really have like a strong sense of motivation.
I
Gotcha.
feel like we had a lot of motivation, and a lot of it came from inside of us. So, intrinsic motivation. I felt like everyone, of course, we wanted to win and we wanted to do well as a team, but everyone also wanted to get better and progress every year.
So how are those problems and conflicts resolved among all you guys in the team?
Yeah, ours was very functional conflict. We would really only have stuff come up, I felt like, out of emotion. But everything was really constructive. I felt like if someone had a problem, they were very open to say their opinion, and everyone's opinions were welcomed.
Yeah, my team definitely showed the opposite. We were like the perfect example of dysfunctional conflict, like with aggression and personal attacks. All of that often ended up holding us back from succeeding, quite frankly.
Overall, What do you think the effects of all of these qualities affected of how your experiences were?
My experiences with my team resulted in a lot lower job satisfaction on my end, a lot less organizational commitment from me.
I can definitely feel that. I probably wouldn't want to go back somewhere like that either.
Mine was pretty much the opposite. Even though it was like a high school sports team, I feel like there was much higher satisfaction with it, and the organizational commitment was very high. Everyone was so excited to come back the next year, and I remember like when the seniors were done, they were so sad because we kind of built like a team family situation.
Appreciate you guys kind of teaching us about what's the difference between a good team and a bad team. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, of
Thanks.
course. Thanks.